Hello.
Hello, Dr. Koay Loke Kean.
Yeah.
Let me introduce our next speaker today. Dr. Koay Loke Kean is a highly accomplished professional serving as the academic head of ViTrox Academy and ViTrox College, where he played a key role in establishing new college and developing accredited programs. With the prestigious title of the TRIZ, International Expert and Consultant, he leads the transformative initiative at ViTrox Center of Excellence, demonstrating expertise in part ID standardization and overseeing design processes, procurement, risk analysis, and cost reduction efforts. Beyond his academic role, Dr. Koay is a visiting assistant professor at UTAR and a recognized professional engineer, contributing significantly to research in various fields, including bionic mechanism development, the RIZ-based problem solving, green technology, and integrated product development. His influence extends to mentoring students, leading grants, and contributing to academic publications, showcasing his diverse expertise and commitment to excellence. Okay, for Mr. Dr. Koay Loke Kean, the time is yours.
Thanks for your introductions. Yeah. So today I would like to go through some topics that I think alarming the world, whereby is how can we going to make sure that we have lots of STEM talent for the industry nowadays. By the way, do you guys know what is STEM? If you know that, can you please just punch a 1 into the chat room? If you do not know, then you punch 2. That will do. Come on. I just want to have some interaction with you guys. Try. You guys can punch in 1 if you know what is STEM and 2 if you do not know what is STEM. Very good. Someone is putting in the number there. Sing Steven. All right. Who else? Come on, come on. I just have around 25 minutes for these sessions. Come on, you guys can just do though. All right, so without any further ado, let me just go through that. STEM is basically stand for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But why STEM is important for us? Of course, let's take a look on this. Okay. Okay, so is my slide changing? Everything okay? Should be fine, right? You guys can see my slide is changing to the next slide here, right? I want to confirm that first. Yeah, Indra. All right, right? Yeah, this is about World Economics Forum, my slide that I'm trying to show it now. Okay, yeah. So as you guys can see that basically we are having a lot of changing on the landscape on the job requirement nowadays. According to the World Economic Forums, the trend that we see nowadays is more on green transitions, more on ESG, more on the digitizations, more on AI, and also more on localizations of the supply chain. So many companies, they are looking for the advancing, I would say, technological adaptations. They want that. But what are the job that they're looking forward to? Let me just, you guys can see my cursor, right? Hopefully. AI and machine learning will be one of it. And then sustainability, of course. As already mentioned, ESG is one of the point here. Business intelligence analysis as well. And then the information security analyst, fintech, data, robotic, retro technology, agriculture. I would say this is more on technology agriculture. So sometimes we call it agri-tech, and also the digital transformations. Those are some of the job that we don't really see previously, maybe like 10 years ago. But then recently, they all just, appear in the market, and we need to grab that opportunity. But sadly, and alarm signal that we see from the newspaper, from the governments, I'm not talking about the government in Malaysia only. I'm from Malaysia, by the way. But in fact, I believe that the whole world are also facing the same problems. But this one here that I put into the slide is just to show you guys the situation that we have in Malaysia. Okay. As you guys can see that in the year of 2023 and 2024, basically there are just around 15% of the students are selecting to go for the science stream. That's why we are talking about the STEM, okay? But previously in the year of 2021, the percentage is a little bit more higher, which is at around 18%. And this number is kind of like declining every year. I believe that if let's say we want to make sure that our country can advance and become a developed country, this STEM talents supply, I mean the pipeline must be healthy enough. Okay. So what can we do? Okay, what should we do for settling to solve this problem statement? Okay, take a look on this. From my point of view, I'm trying to segregate them according to the different stages of the study that we have, from primary to the secondary schools, and then to the tertiary educations, up to the postgrad, and the last one, then only we go for the talents. I believe that by shaping, or I would say to change the mindsets of the young generations are easier than we change those that are old, okay? So we should start from young, okay? Take a look at this. I believe that for those primary schools and the secondary school, we always call them as a seeding period, okay? Why I say that? Because we in the Chinese world, there is always a saying that you are easily to bend a bamboo shoot instead of bending an adult bamboo. Okay, you should change them since they are young. So we should impart some STEM teaching, or we say some STEM exposure for even up to the kindy student, not only for the primary school and also the secondary school. Then also trying to ignite the curiosity of them. Okay. What can we do? Okay, take on this. Very simple. For the kids that is very young, even like my daughters, they are just around 3 years old and 8 years old. I'm trying to give them some, they have pet, okay, but I'm not using the pet for them to play all those social medias and those YouTube, those Instagram. No, but the pet I'm giving to them is like I want them to learn something from it. So I'm purposely give them some install Scratch for them, and then I play together with them on how can they going to do some simple programming from that. Oh, they learn automatically. Okay, so I believe this will definitely help them to become a great problem solver. At the same time, then they learn how to ask the questions to me as their father. So they learn along the way. And at the same time, we also try to provide some interactive, I will say, games or competitions or any workshop to them, like those robotic Lego and Arduinos for our students, if we have the funding. In Malaysia, we do have that kind of NGO and even like some of the government linked organizations that is helping us to do so. In Penang, I'm from Malaysia, Penang, okay. In Penang, we have an organization that we call Penang Science Cluster. I think you guys can just go and Google for it, or even if let's say you want to know more in your way, you can just go and ask for the Chat GPT or Cloud AI. Up to you. Just go and search. We have that kind of organizations, and in fact, we fund some of the school to do so, and they will have maker labs in their school. So from that, then the students are having the chances to learn those uh, Arduino workshops, to learn how to come up with some robot control, or to get some of the competitions. So even our governments are trying to do the same thing to the students, because we know that the STEM student is, the number of it is declining every year. So this is what we can do, and we do it now. Okay. So at the same time, you see, how to make sure that they are keeping their passions after they learn those kind of, the knowledge that they have. Of course, we should create some of the, I will say, games and competitions. And from that, then we offer them some experiential learning, okay, projects. Especially, I would say, if let's say like in Penang, we always trying to, some of the company from MMC like Intel, like Celesticals, like from my company, I'm from ViTrox. ViTrox is a company that is doing more machine learning and also the machine visions. And from us, the ViTrox itself, we also try to do something more in education. That's why we start up a new company for it, and we call ViTrox College. And the main purpose of doing the ViTrox College here is because we want to close the gap of the tertiary educations to the industrial needs. This is what we are doing. So from what we can see here is like we also make sure that those company like from MMC and LLC, local large company, we should contribute back, to the society, in the sense of like our engineers should go into the society and to become the mentor mentee of the students. And so each of the company, they were going to, I use the word like babysit, or maybe I will say, we were going to taking care of one of the secondary schools in Penang area. We do that. All right. So from that, those engineers, they go inside and then they are having the chances to giving those educations for those kids. And from that, the kids, they learn from who? They learn the best directly from the engineer, because they have all the know-how. They are the subject matter expert. But those students, they do not know what are they. And sometimes they do not know how to interact with those engineers. But by doing that, then of course those engineers, like, they have the chance to bring in some ideas to those kids, and then the kids start to feel interest, start to get those, to gain the interest in the STEM. This is what we want to see. All right. So the next one here, in tertiary educations, after the primary schools, after the secondary schools, what should we do? Okay, as a tertiary educations provider, like what we have in ViTrox. Okay, of course, we have to always know what are the emerging technologies that is coming to the landscape, and we should always be the one that try to impart those knowledge to our students. We should not wait, because technology is like, changing every day. They are very fast in changing, very fast. And if let's say we just slow for one few minutes, then we can't grab whatever that is in the market already. So how we do, I will elaborate further about that later. Okay, there are 4 strategies here that we are doing now. Okay, first thing first, emerging technology. Second one is more on the personalizing the learning experience of the students. And the third one is we want the student to be able to learn multidisciplinary kind of like knowledge, not only in one. Okay, last one is work-based learning. This is something new that we are doing in ViTrox College, and I will say that we are the first one that is doing it in this way. I will explain that to you guys later. Okay, so let's see. Emerging technology, what are they? Okay, of course we have AI, we have robotic, we have quantum computing, we have biotechnologies, and we also have the machine learning and blockchain. Those are all the emerging technologies that we are having. But what should we do for that? Okay, very simple. First thing first, for those AI, robotic, quantum computing, they are changing every day. What can we do to make sure that our topics that we teach to the students are always updated, not those outdated, okay, but updated? What can we do? We have IAP. What is IAP? You guys can write down in your notes if you wanted to, but I didn't put it here because if I found out that those slides here, they should be general enough, but it's not only in our Malaysia's spectrum. so I didn't put in the term. Okay, IAP stands for Industrial Advisory Panel. In Malaysia, we engage a lot of the industrial people to join in our educational program development. We need that. Okay. At the same time, we also went outside to get some counsel from maybe like a MNC company and maybe it's like some of the local large company to do the same thing. Okay. From that, of course, we can get those contemporary topics that you guys can see. We get all those and we put inside. At the same time, we also encourage our students to mingle with some of the technopreneur. I hope that you guys can see my cursor again. Let me just drag it a bit. This is the, can you guys can see my cursor, right? This is my company whereby this is in Batu Kawan, Penang. And this guy that I'm pointing here, his name is Mr. Chu, our CEO. Okay. So he always think that as an educational system that that we have in Malaysia, we should not only just stop in the surface on providing the knowledge for the student, but at the same time we should spark their inner driving forces to become one of the entrepreneur. So yeah, we organize a lots of talks, a lots of banner forum for them, and from that, then those students they start to think, not only knowing those technology that we have, at the same time they also think that on the way on becoming the technopreneur. But of course, there's still many things that we have to do. Like this is one of the steps that we are doing now at the moment. Okay, the next one here is like we need to personalize the learning. Here, AI-driven personalized learning, you know, and is my line stable? I hope so, right? Okay, AI-driven personalized learning tools, and then we have the adaptive learning platform, flexible learning modes, and also the last one on the micro credential. Okay, what are they? AI-driven tools that I'm trying to say here is we need to deploy some AI tools that we have in the markets here to analyze the strength and the weaknesses of each of the students that we have. And from that, then we know what are the gaps that they're having that we need to fill in, and they learn the best in that way. The second one here is adaptive learning platform, whereby we should also provide them some challenging material, because every student in the class, the cognitive, I would say, knowledge that they have are all different. They are all very different. Some of them they are a bit slow, but some of them they are very fast. So if let's say we can deploy some, AI tools to come up with to generate some questions on them to trigger their interest in learning, that will be even more effective. And then the next one is flexible learning modes. What does it mean? It means that we should give them some, pre-recorded videos, and so they can have their flexible times on learning it anytime that they wanted to. And then we can also providing them some quizzes, some assignments for them to do it at their free times that they want it to be. So we are not only in the classroom based, we call it blended mode of learning. We want that. Okay. At the same time, we also providing them some simulations, okay, in their learning experience that they have. Last one here is more on micro credential. What is that? It means that we are collecting some credit hours from some academy, from some colleges, from some universities, and from that then they are able to become like a stackable credentials for their degree or even for their master degree if they wanted to. All right. So let me continue just a bit more, then I will get it done. All right. So in tertiary educations, then we also have some, as I already mentioned, we want them to be like interdisciplinary learning, not only in STEM. In fact, we also putting another term that we have here is humanities, which is very, very special that we have in ViTrox and also in Malaysia. You see, integrate STEM with arts, humanities, and businesses. At the same time, STEAM, we use the word STEAM here is, including arts. But humanity is the one that I want to emphasize here. We want those students to be able to look at the sustainable tomorrow in their design. Okay. And they should really, learn a new term that we call compassionate technology. Compassionate technology. By doing that, then their designs is like not those designing for the, maybe like some warfare, no. But their design is for the betterment of the future that we have. Okay? We want that kind of students. All right. And then from that, then of course, we also come up a lot of competitions for them. Like in Malaysia, we have some famous competition like ITEX, and in ViTrox, we also have our own competitions for the whole Malaysia. And in fact, this year, 2024, is also for international level. We have Tech for Good. The good here is for something that is good for the society. All right. And then for our FYP, final year project, we also emphasizing on the real world project. We want our students, although they are just diploma students, but then they are solving the real problem from the industry. And this is what we are doing. Of course, as I mentioned, competitions, they are joining it. All right. Last but not least, for the tertiary education, this is very important that we are doing it in ViTrox College. We call work-based learning. What is that? Just take a look on this triangle relationship. Industry, educators, and students, we are all conducting under the same roof. Yeah, this company ViTrox, we are situation in located in Batu Kawan. Of course, we have our R&D center, we have our manufacturing centers, we have our supply chain, everything inside that particular building. But at the same time, we also have our college inside the same building. This is the first one in Malaysia. No one is doing it. But we do it. Why? Because we want to make sure that they are having some close communications amongst those three stakeholders here: industry, students, and educator. So we give them the project-based learning with the real problems, and then we give them some mentorship programs directly from the engineers. And from that, then they also learn some soft skills from the engineers. Those are all very, very important for them. Yeah. As you can see, it's like those picture at the right-hand side there. Some of them, they are basically, this guy is our engineers, our coach, and this one here is our students, and they learn directly from them. Starting from where? Starting from when they join our diploma, starting from second semester, then they do so. They don't wait until to the internship period of time, then only they start to do so. But second semester, then they start to do it. So they learn the best. We always think that the best way for the student to learn is they learn by experiencing the real experience. Okay, I give you some metaphor, a very, very simple metaphor. If you want to learn swimming, of course, how you learn it? Okay, I don't think you're looking on the whiteboard on learning the swimming, right? So this is the way we should really jump into the swimming pool. So you want to learn engineering, you should go for the engineering field. Learn directly from the engineer. That is the best. Okay, so after I finish all those, educations in the tertiary, then we go for the postgrad educations. From this guy here, then of course we have to do some international exchange programs. We should not constrain ourselves in just one country or in just one area of study, but in fact we should always mingle with others, universities, scholars, and from that then we learn the most. Then online collaboration platform, like, there are a lot of free platform that we can join in, like GitHubs and etc. And from that, then we also have a lot of good chances for us to learn those advanced technology. And then like virtual learning communities that we are doing it now, international conference, but then just using Zoom. Yeah, this is the best way for us to interact, for us to learn some latest informations, to know some latest update from different country. And then of course, we should also join in some innovation challenges that we have, not only in Malaysia, but to go outside from that. like Dyson competitions, like the Airbus competitions, we can join that too. Of course, project with a global focus for AI technologies, for the sustainable of the futures. It can be more on green technology. Okay. Then, yeah, last one on the talent. How are we going to make sure that those talents, they are happy to work as a STEM, you know, STEM field of engineers, STEM fields of the professionals. Okay, so scholarship and grant should be there. Okay, to support it. Okay, and sometimes our industry also sponsors some incentive. Like scholarship, like ViTrox, we sponsor some scholarship for a lot of universities. Like Huawei, they also sponsor a lot of scholarships, like UWC and many others companies in Malaysia, they are also doing the same thing, okay, to get the talent. And also we have to give them some career guidance and awareness programs that like organized by our IEM. IEM is like I think I better mention in this way. It's one of the engineers board, okay, and BM like is one of the engineering society that we have in Malaysia that we helps to impart the knowledge of engineering, and also to impart the interest of engineering for the students, okay, and focus on the future job opportunities. What are they? Okay, this is the question that many people are asking. What are the future job opportunities? As we all know that when AI come into our field, almost like 47% of the job that we can see today will phase out. They will no longer appear in the market after a few years. 47%, which is very high. But don't worry. In fact, by having those AI in the market, in the world, okay, in fact, they are also putting in 32% of the new job opportunities on what? Renewable energy. Why? The thing is very simple. Because if you want to power a data center, you need a huge energy supply. So this is one of it. Okay. Then like biotechnology, as you can see, like like our like Elon Musk, he has a company that is doing on that, in the sense of like he's trying to incorporate the chip into the brain of the humans to create a better welfare for the human. So yeah, we can do the same in Malaysia, in maybe in other Asian country. Artificial intelligence and robotic confirm. We cannot why they are all in. I believe most of you guys are using ChatGPT, right? I I do think so, right? And maybe you guys are using Cloud AI, and for me, I'm using even the notebook LM to do the large language model to do some study on the books. Yeah, those are all the tools that is from AI. They are using it, but how can we going to survive from it? Yeah, we need to know how to survive. So we be a good user at the same time. You can be the one that design it. So yeah, home science, human science, they will be one of the trend that we can do so. Human science. All right. So let me just do a quick recap about what I mentioned just now, from primary schools up to tertiary, up to the postgrad, and to the talent side. Okay. This is the one. Of course, during primary school and secondary schools, we should always impart the kind of opportunities for them to understand, to be their eye openers, to see what STEM is doing for them, and then to spark, to ignite their curiosity. Then in tertiary educations, then we should give them all the technologies that they see. Nowadays, must be up to date one. At the same time, we should also try to personalize our learning for them. And then, of course, we want them to mingle, okay, with others field of study, not only in engineering, not only in computer science, but perhaps also in business study. They all supposed to mingle together to come up with some competitions, to come up with some business study. It's business case study that can be commercialized and for competitions. This is what we want to do. And this one as well, book-based learning. Then for the postgrad educations, then of course, they should not just confine themselves in Malaysia, they should go others country to learn from the best. Okay, like in Holland, you can learn the best from ASML, more on the the machines that design the chips. And if you want to learn about the chips design, then you can go for TSMC in Taiwan. If you want to learn a bit on machine learning, you can come to ViTrox from us to learn about the AI in machine learning. Those are the things that we can do. Those are all the actions that we're supposed to do. The last one here is on the talent. Yeah, we should make this career more, attracting. So incentivizing is one of the very good way. All right, that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation, Dr. Koay. We have
Thank you.
three, if I'm not mistaken.
All
Three
right.
questions. The first one is, what key initiative can school and educational institution implement to spark early interest in STEM fields among young students?
Okay, so let me answer in that way. As I already mentioned just now, in like I'm just giving you a case study that we have in Malaysia. We have a science cluster, and that science cluster, they purposely, form a new committees, okay, that we call School of Engineering Committee Council. Okay. So from that, then they want all those representative from all the MMC and local large company, the technological companies to join in. And then we come in, then from that, then we have the revise on what are the technologies that we have nowadays. And from that, we have to craft up with some games and some engagement workshop that can cater to those primary school and secondary school. And from that, then when they join in, then they start to mingle with the engineers and they start to have a glimpse on what the engineering world is doing. So we do hope that those actions, although they are not big, but they're able to trigger their interest. At the same time, in Penang, we also have the PISF is an Penang International Science Fair. We do some educational fair for them as well. So they're all free, they're all free one, okay? We don't charge. It's all sponsored by Penang government, at the same time from those MNC and LLC. We pay for that. But then we want a lot of students, a lot of the visitor to join in, and then they have the chance to see what are the games, what are the interesting robotic games that we are doing, what are the interesting AI thing that we are doing over there. And from that, they learn. So we believe those might trigger their interest. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. And the second question is, how can partnership between industry leaders and educational programs enhance opportunities for hands-on learning and mentorship in STEM disciplines?
Yeah, I think I kind of answered it just now. Basically, we do a lot of partnership, of course. From our side, because ViTrox is one of the, I would say, leading company on ATE, automated testing equipment in Malaysia. And we are also having a very, very good relationship with a lot of the LLC. And from that, then we always get those, industry advisory panels to join in when we develop our programs. For in ViTrox, we have 4 diploma programs at the moment. We have the diploma in mechatronics engineering, diploma in EE, and diploma in computer science, and diploma in business studies. All those 4 diplomas are all industrial centric. Okay, why I say that? Because we crafted the program structure based on what the industry needed. We do it accordingly. So I do think that those input from them are very, I would say, beneficial for us to carve up a very good, related and up-to-date topic for our students. Yeah, thank you.